We've all heard the story of the scorpion and the frog. It's one of those old fables that stays in your mind because it feels so unfair. A scorpion wants to cross a river. He can't swim, so he asks a frog to carry him. The frog hesitates. He knows what scorpions do, but the scorpion sounds reasonable. If I sting you, we'll both drown. Why would I do that? It makes sense. It sounds logical. So the frog agrees. But halfway across the river, the sting comes anyway. As they sink into the water, the frog asks one last, desperate question. Why? The scorpion replies, I can't help it. It's my nature. Most of the time, we focus on the scorpion's cruelty. We leave the story thinking, be careful of bad people. But if we look more closely, through the lens of Stoic wisdom, this is not only a story about a villain, it is also a story about expectation. The tragedy is not just that the scorpion acted according to its nature. The tragedy is that the frog expected it to act against its nature. We repeat this pattern every day. We trust someone who has already lied to us many times, hoping that this time they will finally change. We rely on a friend who is always unreliable, and then feel deep resentment when they fail us again. In those moments, we are the frog, shocked by the sting, even though we knew all along that we were carrying a scorpion. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once wrote something that may sound harsh at first, but is actually deeply liberating. He said that when we feel betrayed or hurt by someone's behavior, we should first examine our own role in the situation. This does not mean it is your fault when someone lies to you. It does not mean you deserve to be treated badly. What it means is that much of our suffering comes not from what happened, but from the expectations we carried into it. Think about how often we use the word should. They should have been more grateful. He should have known that would hurt my feelings. She should have been honest. Each time we say should, we are arguing with reality. We're looking at a scorpion and saying, you should be a swan. But a scorpion does not have the nature to be a swan. Some people lie because lying is the only way they have learned to survive. Some people take without giving because they are acting from a deep sense of inner scarcity. Others are careless with promises because they have never learned the value of their own word. This is not an excuse for their behavior. It is an attempt to understand it. When someone shows us who they are, again and again, and we still expect them to be different, part of the disappointment belongs to us. We are trusting without clarity. We are confusing hope for who someone might become with the reality of who they already are. So, does this mean we should never trust anyone? Should we become cynical and cold, assuming everyone is ready to sting us? Not at all. That would only be another kind of prison. The goal is not to stop trusting, but to start trusting with clarity. There's a big difference between blind trust and informed trust. Blind trust says, I hope you won't hurt me. Informed trust says, I see who you are, I see your patterns, and I will place you in a position where your nature cannot sink my ship. Wisdom begins when we stop asking, how could they do this to me? And start asking, what did this person show me before? If we look back honestly, the warning signs are usually there. The patterns were visible. Maybe they spoke badly about everyone behind their backs, and we assumed we would be the exception. Maybe they were always too busy for us, and we told ourselves they were just going through a phase. We often ignore these patterns because we want to be nice, or because we are afraid of being alone. But being nice at the cost of truth is a shortcut to resentment. True kindness is not pretending a scorpion is a swan. It is seeing the scorpion clearly and choosing not to carry it on your back. When we feel that sting of disappointment, whether in a relationship, a job, or a friendship, it helps to pause. Instead of reacting in anger, try asking yourself these questions with complete honesty. First, what did this person show me before? Not what they said, but what they did. People speak through their actions, and that language rarely lies. Second, what patterns did I choose to ignore? Did I notice the signs but tell myself a different story because the truth felt too uncomfortable to accept? Third, did I state my expectations clearly? Sometimes we get hurt because others fail to meet standards we never clearly expressed. We assume they will just know, but people are not mind readers. Fourth, did I expect them to give something they have never learned to give? You cannot pour water from an empty jar. If someone has not developed emotional honesty or maturity, expecting it from them is like asking someone who doesn't know your language to write you a poem. By asking these questions, we move from being the wounded frog to becoming an observer of life. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstances and begin to understand human nature more clearly. In the end, we need to remember that not every river has to be crossed with someone on our back. We can be kind without becoming a doormat. We can help others without harming ourselves. Moving forward does not require bitterness. Bitterness is simply another way of staying tied to the sting. True wisdom is being able to look at the person who hurt you and say, I see you. I understand that you acted according to your nature. And because I understand that you no longer have the power to surprise me. This is about setting clearer boundaries. It is about placing trust more realistically. It is about knowing when to step back, not out of anger or malice, but out of self-respect. The world is full of people. Some are frogs, some are scorpions, and most of us are a mix of both at different moments. We will be stung again. That is part being human. But we do not have to stay trapped in cycles of shock and resentment. We can choose who we carry. We can choose which rivers are worth the risk. And most importantly, we can learn to walk our own path with a clarity that no sting can ever take away. Every experience, even the painful ones, is an invitation to see more clearly. Do not waste a sting. Use it to sharpen your awareness. Use it to build a life where your peace does not depend on the behavior of others, but on the strength of your own judgment. Because in the end, the most important relationship you have is not with those who might hurt you, but with the truth you are willing to see. Thank you for spending this moment in reflection. If this video brought you clarity or peace, please like and subscribe to support the channel. May you find gentle ways to return to awareness and live with a calmer mind. Thank you for watching Daily Wisdom Light.